Deluded. Great win by the team tonight, 5-0. You know what I mean? We know in the League Cup it can be very tricky, but it was very comfortable tonight and some good performances.
Yeah. For me, first and foremost, I think it's very early, but Kieran Tierney in particular impressed me. His weight of pass, the way he crosses, it's encouraging. For me, off the ball, the way he's telling people to get on the under things. For our young players, it's fantastic. Before I get on to the young players, shout out to Caleb Chambers as well. He was superb. But I feel Martinelli obviously grabbed 2 goals. Willock, the goal was just the icing on top of the cake. He was quality. Nelson Green.
He was everywhere.
He was everywhere. He had a point to prove. Yeah. Martinelli done his 2 goals and whatnot. Joe was all over the place, like you said. I felt Nelson grew into the second half. Bellerin came on and got 2 assists. It's the perfect sort of game. We both know this doesn't really mean anything in terms of what we want to do for the season, but in terms of a feel-good factor and letting these players believe that they can do something at this club, it's great. Personally,
what I liked about tonight was the fact that I saw hungry players out there tonight. Players that are thinking to themselves, if I put a performance in, I can get into the first team. It's not always been the case. You know, you see a load of youngsters come in, they play, and then then they're like back to the under-23s. But you've got players like Saka, Reece Nelson. You know, all these players they're knocking on the door. Willock's already sort of in there.
Like you said, everyone was hungry. Saka, when he came on, he looked hungry. Obviously, fingers crossed, Emil Smith's role isn't too serious. Yeah. Saka looked hungry. You see him getting into it. He's taking on players. He's almost like Sakadinho of sorts of whatnot. I didn't appreciate at the end, I was seeing that experienced player trying to get onto Saka. I'd like to see him try that with a more experienced player. He bottled it a lot. But like you said, it's young, hungry players. They believe they can achieve something. We can't be naive. Not everybody's going to make it here. But if 2 or 3 or more of them can come on and progress to the first team, we've got a special group of players. We have to stand by them because there's going to be tougher situations, there's going to be harder games, but the future is bright at this football club. I honestly believe that, Robbie. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.